Okay, so how did you meet your wife?
We met. I met my wife through some two mutual friends. One of my good friends and one of her good friends went to Forest Home church camp, some church camp in the area, and they met and started dating, and so we met through them. We just happened to be friends of friends. Like, yeah.
How old were you?
21.
Really?
Yeah.
And were you walking with the Lord and making good choices at 21?
Yeah.
I wonder what that feels like.
I wouldn't know.
I didn't grow up as a Christian. I became a Christian probably in my college years.
That's amazing, because
Yeah.
now it's the opposite.
It is the opposite, yeah.
You go to college and that's a no-go.
Yeah. So I went
Yeah.
to Saddleback College at first, and then I ended up going to Vanguard, which is a small Christian university over in Costa Mesa there. And yeah, my friends, a couple of my really good friends that I'd known for a long time, they were Christians. They went to church. And I went to Rock Harbor, which is also over in Costa Mesa. That was a church I started going to. And they did a really unique thing where they held church at 9 o'clock on Sunday night, which sounds totally random. But they were going, and when you're in college, whether it's Monday or Tuesday or Sunday or whatever, you're a college student, you do whatever, it doesn't really matter. And so, they would go to church at 9 o'clock on Sunday night, and I'd sit at home by myself going, well, so I said, what the heck, I'll go with you guys. And then going enough, I started to realize, well, there's something more to this. I was never a kid that got into trouble, though. I was always like, my life's good. I don't have problems. Well, why do I need to go to church? Who needs God? I mean, my life's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like I was having troubles in my life. And I guess that's kind of the hardest person to reach sometimes, actually, like hindsight now.
Yeah.
So I was very fortunate in that regard, I guess you could say. But, yeah, so we ended up going to, like I said, Rock Harbor. And the other cool thing is that church service got so big with college students that they actually had to start doing overflow. And so what they ended up doing was renting out a nightclub down the street and having church in the nightclub.
That's awesome.
And it was because people who wouldn't otherwise go because it was an uncomfortable environment. Like most people have been to a nightclub, and I mean, they're like a huge Shark Tank and stuff and pool tables. I mean, totally random. But they full on set up a huge monitor and stuff and had church there as well as the overflow. And I thought it was brilliant. It goes back to marketing. And they could not, the service just kept growing and growing.
That's
and growing.
when you know the Spirit's there.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I got started in.
So you thought she was pretty and you said hi.
Yeah. Yep. Thought she was pretty and said hi. And yeah, we hung out a few times. And then at that point in time, I was actually contemplating moving to Idaho at that point in time as well. And I just started my job in the construction industry as well. And I was living in Mission Viejo. And that was my friend John, he said this to me when I asked for her number. We were driving away, and he goes, so let me get this straight, Derek. And we just had left her house. We had gone over to her house, which was up in L.A. And he's like, let me get this straight, Derek. He's all, you want to date a girl in L.A., work in Lake Elsinore, live in Mission Viejo, and move to Idaho. I said, yep. So good luck with that.
It worked out somehow.
I knocked out 3 of the 4. So I was like, all right, that works.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you guys went to church together? And
I went to church together.
How did you propose?
Did
you ask her father first?
Yes, ironically, I asked her mother first, actually, because her mother's, she was like the rock in the family. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I talked to both of her parents first, absolutely.
And they said yes?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Right. I know, right?
Were you nervous?
No, because it was really cool because she lived, but it was 70 miles between my house, her house, and my work. Any which way, it was 70 miles. Mm-hmm. So I would stay up there and sleep on the couch a lot. And so I actually got to know her family. And there was a lot of times where she'd have college classes and I'd be hanging out at the house because I just drove 70 miles. I'm not another place to go. So I actually got to spend a lot of time with her family, which when you're going to marry somebody, their family you're marrying the family.
That's right.
So,
that's huge, yep.
Yeah,
that's right.
So it was really cool. I couldn't ask for better in-laws. They're awesome.
That in itself is a blessing because,
Huge.
In-laws, that relationship is so vital. And so if it's not a healthy thing, then it can really just break marriages, I would say.
Oh, for sure.
If you got an angry mother-in-law on your wife's shoulder, and then she talks to her mom, hey, he won't let me watch my Housewives TV? And then she's like, oh, he's an evil man. You got to get out of there. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
No, nothing like that, which is good.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So-
can hardly wait to be an in-law.
Oh, gosh. Oh, God. You'd be fun.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure.
You
I
would be fun.
don't know. I don't know what that's going to
You'd
be
have
like.
to thoroughly vet
yeah,
the dating partner.
you need to have
But that's
the
awesome,
wives.
man. You've
Yeah.
really, I think the impression I'm getting from this is that you have a very solid foundation.
Yes.
I would say I'm fortunate and lucky in
Yep.
that, but yes, I've been fortunate in where I've landed.